So, Karlos, two out of three panelists here have already done their crowdfunding campaign, and they all successfully finished their campaign. Have you ever considered using crowdfunding campaign for your product? Kickstarter or MTRL, whatever.
So maybe 3 years ago, when we first started, I wouldn't have considered to use this at the time. But more recently, it's becoming more of a tempting option, especially when we see similar products such as, I think last week we saw Sunrise Pillow, which helps you sleep better and wake up better. And they had a successful campaign. We saw another posture device that raised almost $1 million. So it's becoming more tempting to do it, but I really feel like our team
focusing on your product first.
Yes, but I feel like it's really changed from 3 years ago when we first started.
Thank you. Yamamoto-san, similar question. You have already done your crowdfunding campaign and successfully finished it. Do you learn something different from other approach to the market by using crowdfunding?
Yeah, so actually, my first product, we didn't have funds to make crowdfunding content, but however, from the market, the agent, the market person introduced me, and it's better to help me. So then I decided to do that. So after that, I found actually it's a great support, and so distribute the final distributor and retailers is not so easy. So right now, crowdfunding is one of the ways to find the retailers. So then, actually, from the campaign, I got kind of knowledge, good knowledge.
So you will use crowdfunding for the next product as well?
Yeah, and I also think about similar things. So as the Kickstarter, it's one of the ways to make a product globally. Find distributors and retailers in the US.
Cool. Same question to Tomita-san. You have successfully finished your Kickstarter campaign. Right after you show your product in the global platform. So, did you find any findings?
Roughly speaking, to make your money, crowdfunding is not so good. That's because we have to prepare promotion video. Also, we have to prepare early bird package for workers. But I can clearly say, to experience, crowdfunding campaign is beneficial to establish a user community. Also, to obtain feedbacks from backers to brush up the product and to show track record to distributor, retailer, investors.
So in terms of user community, Nain-san just touched, what kind of user community do you intentionally made it, or just happen to look through your crowdfunding campaign?
Yeah, before PLENGoer, I experienced another open source humanoid PLENGoer on Kickstarter. And during and after the crowdfunding campaign, we can access to open source community in the world, Web in UK, Silicon Valley Robotics in West Coast, Boston New Technology. Also, those communities are contributing on our next campaign. Thank you.
So Yamamoto-san, do you also have user community or something like that?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, earphone the switching cost of changing earphones is very low. People can easily change their own earphone.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about your practice about the user need or stuff like that.
Yeah. I think about that. Yeah. So as for the Japanese crowdfunding, so the campaign is very quiet. So yeah, so the Kickstarter totally different. No, every day I could get the feedbacks. Yeah, feedback. It's a very good resource for us to improve product. So that
Comment. Right. After you produce and send to the backers, did you also get feedbacks from your users?
yeah. So as for the first product, so still the first backers are using our product, and still they make comments on the tutors or email. So just communicate. Community is a good thing.
Right. Okay. Karlos, back to you. You haven't even done crowdfunding, but you're studying to in the future perhaps for this product. So do you have any questions for the startup that who has already done their offering and for your next crowdfunding?
So yeah, kind of like the baby of the startup family. What would you say was the most challenging thing about running the Kickstarter campaign?
Still I'm doing Kickstarter, but budget control. Budget control. For the advertising, including the Google.
Alright, yes.
How much cost?
So you order a professional video.
Yeah. Then I get back all things.
Right. That's why it was pretty cool, professional video. But is it essential to make a crowdfunding campaign nowadays?
Yeah, but I think the video is a very good important thing, I think. But still, the other advertisement cost is not sure. So we still think we can improve more, I think.
Right. What about PLENGoer? About the video? You used your talent in the video, right?
Yeah. Most difficult part of the crowdfunding campaign is to maintain good momentum in the team. Good momentum. Yeah. Before launching crowdfunding campaign, everybody becomes nervous. We need more time to prepare.
Maybe your team are nervous.
Yeah. And once product campaign starts, members spending a lot of time to check the campaign. Oh, we got backers. Oh, we got another backers.
Right.
They cannot focus on development itself.
Okay.
And once achieve the initial target, members thinking, oh, job has done.
Okay.
Let's take a day off.
Right.
Yeah.
But through hard point to start just there.
Yeah. The most difficult part is not the fun, but mass production and delivering the product to workers.
Right. That's very good point and learning for us. And the last question we got in the previous session was about distribution channel and logistics big stuff. And I found from Young-san's presentation, you have got put your product in big camera, which is very big distribution channel for consumer products. How did you get that channel with big camera for your product?
Yeah, so it's also the result from the market platform campaign. So they always the kind of retailers try to find the new products. And so they actually right now, so they also try to get the product from the kind of crowdfunding campaign. So we try to contact each makers.
So crowdfunding platform also helps you to, after you finish crowdfunding campaign. Okay. All right. We actually got a question from the audience. Anonymous says, 大学において何かできる活動はないか、興味ある学生は次のステップに進むが、means I think it's hardware related student. He or she is wondering what kinds of preparation they can do during the activities to her student life, and what's the next step for a student who is keen to start their own startup business. Yes. And you how this person to answer when you are a student.
I'm going to speak from some experience I have.
So you're doing both ways. You are studying and
So you get lots of support from somebody.
A little grant, but we have some grant. But there is always IP conflict, trying to see what we can commercialize and what the university retains. But to answer the question, I think especially when I was starting out, it was very difficult to know how to turn the prototype into the product. And it wasn't really some clear steps we could do. So I think what I found very useful for me was
you as a student.
Yeah, as a student. So what I found very useful was going to meetups like these. Like these in Australia at the time, speaking to more people with experience as well. I didn't really feel like I could get the business advice I needed from a research lab or even tech specialists. But I think what I felt really like converted us from research-based to more the business track was trying to really segment your idea. So seeing how can I break this up into different factories, different components, and try to source these and see what's been done similar, and just combining all these elements together and really staying active, like interacting with entrepreneurs and going to local meetups and
right. Okay, so in that sense, he is already here, so he's got exposed himself in this kind of community. So that's a good first step. Okay, cool. Is there any other advice for that student from Tomita-san?
So actually, before we came with Hardware University, so this is my origin. And so then, as for the regarding AI, so it's a kind of class for running the AI. So and the students is not so many people there to running the AI. So there's a good opportunity to find out new experience outside of the university, especially for the AI.
Right. Okay. So you got a new guy right after his graduation. So did you have him before he graduated in the team?
Yeah, going through the crowdfunding campaign is his daily routine.
Okay.
One day, he found our team, and then he sent me a mail. I would like to join your team as an intern. As you know, usually majority of startups has a limited resources, capital, human. So immediately after I received his mail, I offered him as an intern position. He joined our team. He could obtain very valuable experiences and make some money and a job.
So another option the student can take is ask startups internship from. Okay, cool. Another comment question from the audience is from Sabrina. For PLENGoer, how to make your team members motivated in startups? How do you motivate your team?
That's what I'm always looking for.
Yeah, but one thing is, like, we are not motivated by COO, CEO. We are motivated by ourselves, because I and Kazu we have our own like hobby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your
It's like-
interest much is what you do in PLENGoer.
Yes. In that way.
Interesting.
So we find the passionate people.
That's one goodness of crowdfunding campaign. Without doing crowdfunding campaign, I don't think we can reach a lot of young talented people. Our team is small, but the global team, Kura, came from China. Also, our team has 3 engineers from Ireland. In July, 1 French student will join our team as a summer intern.
Same question to Yamamoto-san. How do you manage and maintain your team's motivation?
Yeah, it's one of the difficult questions, and yeah, but hopefully, so probably our team members are also the crazy men. So
Just you have common things.
yeah, just want to change their life easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So motivate them to produce.
Yeah.
Because they are lazy.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You, Karlos?
So I think especially in startups, it's when you work in small teams, it's important to try to build a sense of empathy with each member. So and I found like really a kind of dictatorship or bossy kind of manager doesn't work so well. So these days what we do is I always have individual meetings and I ask, okay, we try to work with their passions, their skills. What do you want to work on this week? And then we negotiate. We see what's the optimal track for this person. And like we've seen like very visible results when they're driven, even just from when we have meetings, when we talk and interact. If they're working on something that week, they care about. So I think it's really just building a sense of empathy and understanding, and not kind of just taking each member for granted and getting obsessed with them. So to me, the team is always more important.
Right. Another question we have is you mentioned that some kind of conflict between academics and business. And what is the main challenge for you to get professors in Japan to support your project as a business?
Okay, maybe it's more of a storytelling.
Okay, please.
Yeah, basically when I was in Australia 3 years ago, I was really like down the middle. I wanted to get a PhD, I wanted to stay in robotics research, but I wanted to start the company. So I really tried to find a good program that allowed me to do this. And the program we had at the University of Tsukuba was what I felt really fit at the time. And In Tsukuba, we're very lucky because it's famous for cybergun. So the birthplace of the house system, and we have Sankai Sensei, who's my supervisor as well. And he really tries to push students to, don't let the research just die after you publish at a conference and present it. Like, go on, make the startup, and make it more practical. Try to really get that high social impact value. In other aspects, I sometimes find that there's sometimes a battle between the research guy and the entrepreneur, and they don't always get along. But we can say it's really more towards mutual understanding and joint partnerships these days, and I've seen the number of startups grow in the area as well. But I guess in the end, if you have a good idea with this program, you would write a proposal, you sit down with the committee, and unlike Australia, I think they're very understanding with the IP here. But you have to sort it out in the room, and that's what I've done with past ideas. If they say, okay, we just want our name on the paper or the packaging, go ahead, here's some grant money, and we're good to go with this one. It's very flexible depending on the program.
Okay, before we close our session, let me ask three panelists, what is your next steps as a hardware startup? Starting from Karlos, please.
Yeah, I guess now we're really looking for some, firepower to get to launch. We really just want to start picking up pace and get this thing packaged and manufactured. And, we've spent almost a year getting all the scientific, the science behind it verified, and just trying to build like a really, truly intelligent product. Not just pushing out something that we say is AI, but doing the experiments. So we're just looking for a good partner. We're looking for a very aggressive investor that understands technology as well, understands the Japanese market, and also the Australian market, hopefully, and just get us to launch with super speed and passion.
All right, thank you. So question to what's your next step?
Yeah, so next step, we are gonna make a successful user of the crowdfunding campaign first, and then after that, so the previous years we would like to spread our product to the world. So yeah, it's kind of like our next step.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. The answer is clear to me. We have to complete our first product, PLENGoer. And I think this can be a platform. I don't think we can complete PLENGoer by ourselves alone. We will make hardware, but we need services on. So we are always looking for good idea, good experience, good people to cooperate with us. These people need to contact me.
Okay, so we have a networking session after this session for 1 hour. So let's input our opinion to these guys for the successful startups. Thank you very much.